Another day, another Adrien Broner and Deen the Great fight.
Nah, for real, man. Chill out.
He getting serious. He getting serious.
I don't care, bro. I don't give a fuck. Don't be a part of this shit, nigga.
Adrien Broner and Deen the Great were supposed to be going on this redemption arc. They were going into fight mode and getting ready for their big boxing tournaments, ultimately showing the world that not only could they take the boxing part serious, but that they could—
Why the fuck is there a piñata right there, bro?
For their big boxing tournaments, ultimately showing—
What the fuck does this have to do with training, bro? What the fuck?
World that not only could they take the boxing part serious, but that they could change their content along the way. But ultimately, they hit some
They ain't doing none of that.
And I do mean bumpy parts of the road along the journey. And this time, I don't know if they can recover.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah,
Nigga, it's business. Stop fucking the business up, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, don't be a part of this shit then, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Stop my motherfucking business.
But why are you yelling like that, man?
Nigga, you gonna get with the program and don't get with it, nigga. You up money, keep up business, bro.
Now, you would think that the lawsuit that Adrien Broner was facing would be the downfall of the duo, or you would think that the lawsuit that Deen the Great would be the downfall of the duo, but no. Their latest argument exposed a bigger problem that has been festering between the two of them. The ego has finally gotten to Adrien Broner. He feels as though he's been carrying this content while Deen the Great receives the views, the control, and the credit for it all. So it doesn't seem like the court cases will
but he gotta know that Deen is the brains and you are the brawn. Yeah, you're the thing that gets him in the door, but Deen's usually the one that keeps him talking.
That ends the dynamic duo, but it may be the case of who deserves more credit that will bring them to their knees.
This nigga, this shit, okay? I ain't gonna lie. Shit don't work, my nigga. Bro, it's bad business, bro. It's bad, all that.
If you're new to this and you haven't already,
stealing
hit
shit.
that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Me and you have no beef. I understand how important and credible you guys are. Hell, you got me to 180-something thousand subscribers. And if you haven't, there's still an opportunity to join. Now, back into the video. Now, for the most part, Deen and AB have spent this past month really focusing on the boxing. They have big fights that are coming up very soon. And for what it's worth, they need these transformations that they've been taking, or else they'll get knocked out in the ring. And to give them their kudos and their credit, they have been taking it very seriously. The content has felt totally different. No longer we have alcohol or women or dice games involved. This is just good, clean, wholesome, and for the most part, inspirational moments that are caught on camera. And I don't know what happened along the lines, but at some point somebody said, hey guys, we do have to do some creative stuff. Inserts the talent show where the brawl of them all went down.
What's up, y'all? I'm LaRon Best.
What's your talent and where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm basically that nigga, and I'm that bitch on roller skates.
Hey, get cuz up. Hey, music. Hey, roll cuz down.
Oh man, the button. Come on, bro. Fuck, bro. they trying to be Drewski now. They want to be Drewski.
Hey, security, man, roll cuz down the steps, man. Man, roll his dizzy ass down the steps.
While doing said talent show, Adrien Broner kept interrupting with his jokes, with his normal antics, with his normal behavior. Deen repeatedly has to tell him, yo, bro, chill out. You're messing things up.
We ain't gonna start sipping now, nigga.
Chill out, cuz.
Yeah, nigga.
Nah, for real, my nigga, chill out.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey, you going up?
he getting
Go ahead,
serious.
go
He
ahead,
getting
go
serious.
Nah,
He getting
She gotta
serious.
play that
bro.
piano.
I'm gone. This nigga got sentimental on me.
And Adrien Broner decides to take this personally. But it's something that Deen the Great said specifically to AB that I know got under his skin. And as somebody who has been in these exact same situations, I know exactly what's going on.
I don't give a fuck. My motherfucking business up, nigga. Keep up money, keep up business, bro.
Now, as a real emotional nigga, I know exactly what that means. Fucking up the business, get with the program. I'm not gonna lie to you, those sound like real personal attacks. Those aren't things that you just say unprompted. Those are emotional.
Nah, but he's right though, cause when they were making fun of the little Atlanta dude, you know, yeah, you get the little jokes off, but you don't be doing all that now, cause you're gonna fuck up the business. Deen is ironically, Deen out of both of them is usually the smart one that comes up with like shit and like make sure they don't go too far because he's not trying to fuck up the money. He knows that, yo, we need this shit and we can't go back to doing like regular, hey guys, I'm going to Disneyland content. Like they gotta make sure this shit is still clean enough that people will re-upload it and clip it and they don't get fucking deleted and fucking banned off shit.
Feelings that you've
Plus, they
kind
both
of
got
either
lawsuits.
been burying or pity-patting around for a long time. The thing that made this argument so different is that there are none of the vices. The women aren't there, specifically in the manner of like twerking and, you know, we're trying to captivate their attention. There's definitely no alcohol. They're on this boxing journey. The money is there, but not in the same exact way. But so when a normal Adrien Broner bit got Deen the Great so emotional, hell, got both of them so emotional, I thought to myself, that reminds me of this old saying that somebody told me. If you can only tolerate somebody with alcohol, then you probably can't tolerate them at all. And it seems as though both Deen the Great and Adrien Broner are finally sick of each other.
Let's end this shit, okay? I ain't gonna lie.
I think a telltale sign that there was like a real deal issue going on is the fact that they cut this stream off, which was supposed to be some long marathon stream, 45 days, them getting prepared for it. If you are willing to break a marathon stream that you've continuously been on, then that means there is some true behind the scenes stuff that most of us are not privy to. Finally, when we saw these two back on camera, Deen the Great had been gone away from hours and AB didn't return until the next day. Now the argument may have ended when the cameras moved on, but Adrien Broner had already revealed another issue that could explain why this whole relationship feels different. When they came back to camera, something shifted, something changed. And the focus no longer became about the boxing match, but it became more about the numbers. And this is where things go downhill.
They got like a stop on my shit or something. They got to, bro. I go live by myself, I'm at 10, 15,000. Why my shit just stay at 2.5? But my followers steady going up. I got 186,000.
Because, bro, not everybody in the morning waking up early to see this shit, bro. Streamers gotta realize the only reason we even know about y'all is because you get clipped when they post that shit on TikTok and fucking YouTube shorts. Ain't nobody really running down to watch a goddamn Adrien Broner live. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck?
But my shit only go to 2.5.
Be happy you got that 2.5, bro. Be happy. Some people don't got shit. Some people got 3.
Right there. Chat faster than Deen's. That's suspicious too.
With more than 100
He bought his shit.
180,000 followers, Adrien Broner has to be one of the fastest growing streamers in 2026. If we had to have some sort of objective rookie of the year, breakout year type of voting, he'd probably be one of the finalists. But his questions are aligning with my questions. Why is he only averaging about 2,000 to 2,500 when he's doing these streams with Deen the Great? Now, his claims are that normally when he's streaming by himself, he can do 10 to 15,000 alone. He's also making claims that his chat is moving much faster than Deen the Great's. Now, for what it's worth, this type of speculation is okay for us to do on this platform, Twitter, and in our public forums. But when friends, co-workers, people who are producing content together start questioning these numbers, then you can see that there is about to be a great divide. Somebody told me one time, and I know I keep referencing these old school sayings and phrases, but if you want to mess with a man, you touch his money, you touch his women, and you touch his food. Now, ain't no food in this situation, and it damn sure ain't no women in here. Messing with the money, though, and how it's portrayed, displayed, and anything in between can be detrimental.
Nah, but the one, Adrian's the one saying that, basically alluding to Deen botting his shit. Which, yeah, streamers do that shit, but if I were AB, I would be like, shit, I got 2,000 real people in here. I wouldn't be talking about Deen. I'd be like, hey, fuck it, bro. I got 2,000. Be happy for what you get, but motherfuckers ain't happy for what they get,
Tell
man.
this nigga I love
they was
this
complaining
nigga
about shit.
Before I met this nigga, I was down on my dick. I ain't had nothing, y'all. He called me one day because he looked up to me all his whole life. He's on my dick his
whole life?
And after the first stream, I've been like, this bitch.
This is a complete tonal shift from Adrien Broner, a man who was once grateful for the opportunity of a lifetime to change the trajectory of the path that he was going on, to go into the streaming world, build back up his funds, be able to provide for his family, is now looking at the dollars and making sure that it makes sense.
You know why I fuck with my chat? It's all real motherfuckers in here. We don't do the bots and shit.
If you would have presented 2,000 to 2,500 live viewers to Adrien Broner 2, 3, or even 4 months ago, he would have fell to his knees and been overly grateful about what's going on. But now he's starting to do the math and it's not adding up to what it's supposed to be. Now, is he justified? I truly believe so. But with that being said, I understand that this can create the division of a lifetime between two people who are supposed to be friends, brothers, and most importantly, business partners. None of this stuff proves that Adrien Broner is being intentionally capped on his views. None of this proves that Deen the Great is view botting, but what it does show is that Adrien Broner feels as though there is some unfair treatment going on. We know how important Adrien Broner is to these Deen the Great streams. Hell, we know what Deen the Great was getting into before him.
Look at that. Oof. He getting his ass beat. Knocked out. Twice within 24 hours. That's what he was getting into.
200 gifted.
It would only make sense that Deen the Great would go out of his way in order to provide for Adrien Broner to create content on his own in order to keep him satisfied for what the issues are today.
I know a lot of his communities in my chat spam hating. So what I did for y'all, so y'all can get off my dick, I got him his own cameraman on my tab. He got to sell this shit, bro. I can't be the pilot every time.
Not to be Mr. Psychoanalyzed, but I could see what was going on in his eyes. And you got the cameraman on your tab. I know exactly where this is going. While Adrien Broner sees himself as the engine of the partnership, Deen sees it a totally different way. And right now, the seams are starting to split on a dynamic duo that is supposed to be just getting started in the content space. You have to applaud what Deen the Great has done for Adrien Broner, even if, and this is of course sans the problematic stuff, we'll get into that in 2 seconds, but ultimately he has brought him to a different level of fame and notoriety that he hasn't had since his boxing days. Adrien Broner brings the comedic relief, he brings the timing, he brings the antics, he brings the funny, all these different things, but Deen the Great brings the structure behind it all. He brings the organization, and he sets up a good hitman for killing people with laughter and kindness and stuff like that. Now, I believe that this combination is perfect for the on-camera stuff, but that doesn't mean that we can't take care of the stuff behind the scenes. And the stuff that's being displayed on camera is something that I think a lot of people have been thinking has been bubbling up over the course of a few months at this point. The fights used to be funny, they used to be laughable, but as somebody who is a man who has dealt with other men, specifically in the realm of business, I can kind of tell when somebody's being serious and when somebody's laughing, and usually you don't have laughs and key moments about money. That is not something that you do at all, and I think a lot of people watching this video, because I have a pretty dominating male audience, will know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not joking with somebody else about money or contributions to a project that ultimately lead in money or anything of the nature that surrounds itself in money. It's just not happening. It's not positive. And the sad part about it is,
yeah, bro, to be honest with you, because that money shit really serious, like really serious. I promise you. Like, you know how YouTube just changed the rules up. Now you need 8,000 watch time hours to get monetized. Yeah, you still need 1,000 subscribers, but like, shit got harder. They doubled that shit. Don't even get me started on shorts. Boy, that short shit is over with, bro. I knew that shit was gonna happen. Like, they were making money and they were on top. But when TikTok cut that shit off, when that white guy bought TikTok from that Chinese company, that shit died out. YouTube done with the shorts, bro. It's all about long form content. Nobody gives a fuck about shorts, bro. I'm sorry. They gonna make that shit so impossible for you to monetize that it don't even matter no more. This shit is getting harder.
they both are going to need
It's the same thing for them because they see that shit too. But
in order to get through their up and coming court battles that they have going on. You know, Deen the Great facing 15 years, and you know, Adrien Broner facing these charges about him dumping buckets of water on a woman for not having sexual intercourse or favors with him. Caught on stream, by the way.
That's crazy.
Strange enough. But they're definitely gonna need to pay for legal fees, set up good PR for each other, all these different things. And honestly, if they broke up right now, it'd probably lead to bad content, like worse content, not from like a cool, this is fun perspective, but from the perspective of, hey, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. So while Adrien Broner and Deen the Great returned to the stream the next day like nothing happened, I would go as far as to say that's probably not the best thing to do. Maybe they did it behind closed doors, but ignoring the argument won't fix what caused it. The problem is no longer about alcohol or women or money. It's about getting the credit. It's about the egos stepping in front of this. It's about, am I getting my just desserts for what's going on? Why is he getting more notoriety? The problem now is that both men believe that one needs one more than the other. And this is just a PSA warning to Adrien Broner, Deen the Great, and anybody else who's doing any sort of group content, or hell, you don't even have to be doing content. You could just be doing in different endeavors and stuff like that from a business perspective with multiple people or two people, whatever the case may be. If you partner up, you do business, heed this warning. Once somebody starts keeping, you need to either settle it right now or disband it. Resentment will start to harbor. Emotions will start to bubble.
Yeah, he's right though. He's right, because listen, this is what's gonna happen. AB isn't he complaining about his views right now, but I promise you, the moment he get in a better position than what he is right now, he gonna leave that motherfucker, bro. He gonna leave Deen, bro. I swear. Listen, motherfucker, when people let you know they don't really like their situation right now, it's code for it, bro. When I get up, I'm fucking leaving your ass. And that's exactly what's gonna happen to these two. They gon' and then, but anyways, man, shout out old Meezy, bro. I'll see you on the next video.